Okay, so wait a minute. Wasn't that something? It's possible for parasites to live in the soil underneath the cement in your lot, as they can survive in various environments, including soil. Parasites typically enter the soil through animal feces, and some are infectious as soon as they enter, while others require time to become infectious within the soil. How parasites enter. Animal feces are a primary source of parasites entering. Some parasites, like certain types of roundworms, become infectious in the soil after a period of time. Other parasites are immediately infectious and can contaminate the soil shortly after being introduced. Types of parasites come in the soil, including roundworms, hookworms, and whipworms. Soil provides a suitable environment for some parasites to survive, reproduce, and develop. The presence of organic matter, moisture, and temperature can influence their survival. Exposure to the soil can lead to infections in humans and animals, including direct skin with the larvae. Tampa. Yeah. The presence of domestic animals, wildlife, rodents in the area can contribute to the sanitation. Inadequate sanitation leads to contamination of soil with parasite eggs of larvae. Regular yard maintenance. We don't get that. Be mindful of contact with soil. Yeah. What does it say? Okay. 200,000 to 2 million eggs a day. A tapeworm is asexual, which means it doesn't need to breed. One tapeworm can be anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000 segments, and each little segment can turn into its own worm. They lay 200,000 eggs a day. Luckily, most of them end up getting released when you use the bathroom, but some end up staying. Every parasite has its own parasites, and on and on. I have Lyme disease and had to go to a veterinarian and tell them it was my dog's waste to find out. I had what I knew I had. Worms are tricky and have survived since the beginning, and they have cycles, so detecting them is most of the time almost impossible. The toxins they emit are horrible. When you try to kill them, they release them even harder. This is true. I had to change everything I did to bring them down. I started a comprehensive detox every day, quit eating sugar. I'm a vegetarian, but I had to stop eating processed foods. I also had candida overgrowth, so I drank green tea and lemon and raw honey. Started exercising. Before, I had heartburn so bad with 3 ulcers in my stomach and a hernia. I've lost 80 pounds. I did it in the first 6 months. I eat pico de gallo every day with serrano peppers, jalapeno, and garlic. Every morning I mix raw honey with cayenne pepper and cinnamon. ACV, apple cider vinegar every morning. Parasites feed on junk food. Oh God, I just devoured donuts. They love everything not good for you. They mess with your cravings. They make you crave sugar, alcohol, and drugs. No shit. That is fucking wild. They thrive on it. Prescription drugs don't seem to work, so I walked away from them. Steroids help them grow. I'm not a doctor, and I gave up on them because they treated me like I didn't matter, told me I was mental and obsessed, laughed at me, and even told me that the parasites one even told me the parasites even have faces. They were coming out of my nose. Oh, Jesus. Dwarf tapeworm that come from rats. Oh, my God. I had rat mites under my skin and rash for 2.5 years. This is the reason for my Lyme. Jesus. I have empathy for people who suffer, and I live in proof you can get better, but you have to change your lifestyle and eat right next to us. People want a quick fix for weight loss, and I can tell you guarantee parasites. You would have to eat tons of peppers a day, and it would probably make you sick. It's all you did. Get rid of the parasites, but I promise if you start eating right. Do you see that? Yeah. What the fuck? Okay, why would this be your favorite? I don't know. Get passed through the cytoplasm of insect eggs, so only through females are found. 6% of insects are extremely in order to. I'm itching, and I know why. I don't know why. Parasites, cockroaches. Female delivers a sting very precise in the cockroach's brain. Holy shit. With truly surgical precision, it's always the same spot. This makes the cockroach not quite paralyzed. It can still move its leg, but it loses conscious control of them. It's all done with a specific chemical cocktail in the sting. The wasp then bites on the roach's antennae and slowly guides it back to a special nest with the larvae. The cockroach, still alive and breathing, mind you, serves as the food source for the larvae. It can attack back or run away since it's lost control of all of its limbs. They can't. Another parasitoid of wasps, which I have wasps on. Parasites Pulosiometa spiders. The adult stings it much like it stings a roach, lays the egg on the spider's back, and the larvae slowly feed on it. Again, the spider doesn't react. And right before it dies from having been fed on too much, the spider will build a very special web. It doesn't build otherwise, and this web serves as the pupation cocoon of the wasp. Cordyceps, this is a fungus that infects insects and spiders. It takes root inside the insect, and its hyphae is slowly spread inside, feeding on the internal organs, unimportant organs, to first, slowly going to the important ones. As it progresses further, the host starts acting weirder and weirder, obviously. Yeah, the host. The last thing to go is the nervous system, but not before it does something spectacular. This is freaky. The host will go to a position, oh my word, that is humid and windy and stick itself there by any means it can. Ants will bite down on a big leaf vein, for example. Then the host dies, and over the not so much, just uncomfortability when you can feel something fucking like, oh Jesus. Then the host dies, and over the next 2 weeks, the mushroom bursts out of the head and grows on the stalk, and spores get dispersed. The interesting part is how someone told me the host goes to, yeah. I know about that one too. The human species, parasitical. No, almost certainly not. I don't know what the fuck that's about. That thing looks way too familiar. This is the damn CDC for that matter. Neglected tropical diseases. Can you believe that shit? Remembering, learning new things, concentrating, or making decisions. You can see it under a microscope. You don't even need a stool test. Alpins at all, medpins at all, taken both, are known as what have you. Treatment lasts between 1 and 3 days and is highly effective, regardless of the species. Interesting, because for tropical soil transmitted helmet, hookworms, scarring woodworms, people often receive treatment without a prior stool exam. This is known as preventive treatment or preventive chemotherapy. What the fuck? High-risk groups identified by the WHO are preschool and school-aged children. Okay. Treatment of soil transmitted and aggregated MDA. Treats multiple people, sometimes whole unit stools at one time. So how do I get them? How do you get the fucking drugs for them? Oh my god. See, that would, the hair-like thing would seem like a whip. Jesus. Okay. That's the only one I haven't tried is this. Which is what? Why not? What the fuck? I've taken all three of those. And then, oh, here we go. Whoa. Let me see this.